So I don't ever really talk about the story because I could have killed all three of these people, and I didn't because I didn't feel like my life was threatened. Today, I would have shot him. I would have shot him dead in my house. You know what I mean? For sure. You can't make this up. Literally, I had a girlfriend over, and I used to sell weed at the time, and this is so stupid. I'm literally like putting on protection, I would say, and I hear this blah 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 at the door, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. She's like, who's that? I go, she said, oh, your roommate. I go, just relax. I go in the door, and there's like 3 dudes knocking on the door, and I'm like, you know, you got the wrong house, man. And they're like, no, open the door. It's like, bro, you got the wrong fucking house. Get out of here. Turn around. Go back. Pounding even more once I get. Then they start kicking the fucking door. They're like, boom, boom. I said, man, this motherfucker is trying to kick my door in. I said, I'm gonna fucking kill this motherfucker. I go to the door. I literally open the door. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here, okay? What the fuck are you doing, man? I'm in the middle of something, okay? And I slam the door on him, go back. Then they do start kicking the door on. I called 911. I said, yeah, these 3 dudes are trying to fucking break in my house, blah, 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 blah. And she could hear him. She's like, okay, you know, blah, blah, blah. I threw the phone down. The door comes open. One of them comes in. I have my gun. I had a concealed weapons permit at the time. I had my gun, and I went to pull it, and I just looked at him, and I said, I don't even feel like my life's in danger. I said, don't reach for anything, because if he reached for his waistband, I was gonna fucking light him up. I was thinking, like, if these bullets go through this fucking dude and my neighbor's house right across the hall and hit his wife, she just had a baby. So I just fucking ran at him. 2 more kids appeared. They were kids, the 2 that appeared, like maybe 15, 16. He might have been 20. I'm running. We're on the 2nd floor. 2 of them booked down the stairwell. The one dude literally jumps off the fucking 2nd floor thing to get away from me, and I'm like, no. This motherfucker I'm like, man, I wasn't gonna fucking kill you. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't even see the gun. You know what I mean? I was just like, this dude just fucking jumped off the fucking thing, like the Born Supremacy, where the dude just jumps out the fucking window. I look down, he's in the bushes, he bounces up and fucking runs away. I was like, there's no fucking way. Unless it was like a grizzly bear or a fucking, a lion or something. I just was like, whatever. So the cops come, helicopters, and the cops are like, yo, why didn't you fucking shoot this motherfucker? You should have fucking blah, 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 blah. And I'm going, I felt like I would fucking manhandle these dudes if they didn't have any weapons. I'm not saying it to brag, but I was just like, I just finished working at the prison, and, I was a bouncer downtown, and I was just like, I would have fucking steamrolled these fucking kids. I was only like 26, you know what I mean? I wasn't the fucking old man I am now. And, they were like, yeah, you should. Today I would have killed him. You know what I mean? If my dog didn't get him, I would have fucking, And I just thought about that, And so my friend that I met the dude in prison when I worked there, who set me up to, move some cannabis for him. I just like the idea. I'm not into the gangster, like I just want people to, have a good time, and, I'm not thinking anybody's gonna, because I'm not really, like, he would have robbed me for like half a pound or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's not enough to lose your fucking life. The dude that set me up must have not told him what I was like, because they fucking were like Scooby-Doo running backwards like zoinks, but you know, I was just, I don't know, here we were just talking about stuff because I had a situation down here. I was just telling her about a guy that pulled a knife on me and how I fucking I hit him so hard I put his head through the drywall in the house. I picked him up in a rear naked choke and like literally he was like scrambling like a fucking cockroach. He couldn't. I can't breathe. It's like, yeah, no shit, dude. You pulled a knife on me, and I hit him so hard the blood came out of his eye. I was on top of him, went up, and I felt it just splatter all over my head, and then it got in my mouth, but I was just lighting his fucking eyeballs up. Pulled a butcher knife on me. So I was telling her, like, this dude, she was in the road getting a baby rabbit out of the road, and I told this little Hispanic dude, I said, hey, can you hold on a second? And he kind of did this bullshit to me, and I already went into the red. I was like, I'm gonna fucking pull this dude out of it. I was like, I had to stop myself. I was like, relax. I was like, I'm about to pull this dude out of his truck and headbutt him and fucking do this shit to me. I'll fuck your world up. Who are you? You know what I mean? So he kind of like starts revving his truck up like he's gonna fucking like. I tell her, you got the rabbit? I'm standing in front of his truck. You know what I mean? I said, motherfucker, you even touch me with your truck, your life's over. She gets out of the road. I said, go behind that tree over there. He starts driving by, and I said, listen. I'm not going to tell you what I said, but it wasn't something that would convert you into Christianity or anything. So he pulls over down the road, and I know the Florida stand your ground law. No way my big ass is going to come charging at somebody that has the balls to pull over. 9 times out of 10 they pull over, they drive off. But most people that I've gotten into physical altercations with, it's only a matter of time before a hammer, a switchblade, a rock, a brick, or whatever fucking reveals itself. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm always looking for. And when I seen him pull over, he looked like he was looking under his seat for something. And he he looked like a little wannabe gang member. But he was like he kind of like got out of his car like he had something. And I said, bro, you're going to have to come down here. You know what I mean? Like, you want to challenge me? You're going to have to fucking come down here. Or take your little punk ass Latin King wannabe ass, get back in your fucked up looking Sanford and Son truck, and just get on with your life. Okay? You know? And I was like, telling her, people don't realize, like that have never been in street fights, like, the amount of fucking, damage that somebody can do to somebody that knows what they're doing, Like, this dude that pulled a knife on me at my house, he would always make fun of me for doing, somebody broke my neck doing fucking jujitsu, you know what I mean, because I didn't tap. This dude was, like, making fun of me and calling me the ultimate fighter and shit like that. When I did give him a couple of fucking karate chops, he didn't even know, like, he fell down when I put his head through the back of the fucking wall with a forearm. I mashed him so hard with a forearm, his head went whoosh right through the thing, and he slid down like he was on Cheers or something. And I went down and I literally picked him up with my 2 hands around his neck and picked him back up and fucking headbutted him. You know what I mean? Like, people have, that's why I'm so, like, I'm glad when I was younger, I got a couple assault charges. You know what I mean? I had a dude that I was slapping around that sold my girlfriend drugs when I was like 17. He hit me in the head with a crowbar, and I fucking hit him like Rocky hit Apollo Creed. I fractured all his shit up in his face, and he came out, like I almost went to jail for like 7 years, So I just know, like, that's the only thing that stops me, is I just know. I can't even tell you how many times I've gone to court for somebody that's literally had like 15 assault charges, and the judge will look at me and go, oh, you had to break his nose? Or I'm like, I didn't have to do anything. The guy was attacking me. I hit him in his nose. It's not like I've set out to, I'm walking home with my groceries and shit. Why am I in trouble? You know what I mean? But that's just, it's like, dude that I punched in the ribs, I just seen him. And my first reaction when I seen him down there checking his mail, like, I almost fucking just dropped my cat food and went for him like a wild animal. Like, I had to fucking go, oh man, well, hold on a second, man. You can't just, because I will full steam, like, tackle somebody like it's the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And I could just imagine when I pick him up and land on top of him and his head hits the ground and my shoulder hits his head and his something or other falls off. I said, when I looked at him the first time, I was thinking, if I slap this dude, his head might pop off. You know, like some Mad TV skit. You know? But, yeah, it's crazy to think, you know? And that's what I try to tell people. Like, you know, I don't want to have to... I hate being aggressive with people, but there's people out there that you just have to fucking police them. You know what I mean? They're just bad people. They're just rotten eggs, you know? It's one thing if you're built like me and you bully fucking people, then shame on you. But, you know, there's been, you know, I can't tell you how many people have tried me. Like, you know, I was a big kid all through school. Kids would try me all the time and want to fight me just because I was big, you know? Or people give me a fucking attitude because I'm big, and I just ask them, what's the problem? You know, I haven't even spoke to you. What's going on? You know what I mean? Like, people just acting, you know, I put up with all kinds of shit, you know? I was telling a guy I work with, listen, people didn't like me when I was a fucking fat fuck, and people don't like me now. You know what I mean? So, people are the problem. You know what I mean? I don't like people. I like cats. So... if they were cats, I'd feel worse about it. So, I don't know what the moral of the story is. The moral of the story is stay the fuck at home. Don't go out to bars. When it's dark out, my ass is at home. You know what I mean? Like my cats and my girlfriend. If I didn't have my fucking cats, I'd fucking, you know, like, you know, it's not like I think it's cool to get arrested, because I grew up in an era where you really, during the 90s, you got in a fucking fight with somebody and they even beat you up, you know, even after high school, you got over it. Or you got them one more time, and then if you lost, you lost, and if you won, you won, and it was over. Nowadays, people be pulling out, young kids be pulling out guns and shit, you know what I mean? Like, they have no, like I was telling this kid, making these, I'm gonna make this video tomorrow, but yeah, I don't know, I was just thinking back about, like, if that shit happened today, if 3 people tried kicking my door, my gun is ready, loaded. There's no warning shells. There's no soft shells. There's no rock salt. This shit is taking down a fucking grizzly bear at 100 yards, what I got loaded in my fucking 12 gauge. I don't have any of them little bird shots. I'm not turkey hunting. You know what I mean? Like, I'll fucking kill you. You break into I catch you in my yard, I'm fucking you up. So I told the dude that stole my bike, I said, could you imagine if I caught you in my fucking yard? What I would do to you, dude? Like, I mean, like, what kind of drugs are you on? You know, like, you're riding my bike, and here I am, and you went on my property? Like, what do you know, that's what drugs do to people, man. You're fucking, rob a bank. What are you doing stealing bikes? There's no fucking future in this.